here to talk about Golden Minerals Company. We're listed on the NYSE American and the TSX under the ticker AUMN. And we are a gold and silver exploration stage company looking to be a production company shortly. There are risks involved in investing in the mining space. We have our cautionary statement for you to look at. It's available on our website. I recommend that you have a look through the risks involved in this. We're based in Golden, Colorado. We're a U.S. company, and we're looking to get moved from being an exploration company back into a production company. We're preparing our Rodeo deposit in Durango, Mexico for that. We have been in production in the past, and we plan to be back in production as of January in 2021. The Rodeo Gold Project is the first of the production assets. We also have the Velardeña mine properties with 2 working mills. That's also in Durango. And in fact, we'll be producing gold from the oxide mill at Velardeña using the ore from the Rodeo Gold Project. We also have an important property in Argentina that's been farmed out to Barrick Gold. They're looking for a large gold deposit on that property, and we're expecting great things from them. A bit about the company, why invest in golden minerals? Well, for starters, we've been revenue producing for about the last 5 years. From our mill in Velardeña, we've had it leased out to Hecla Mining Company. It's produced a very nice income stream. That's coming to a close here at the end of 2020, which is giving us the opportunity to start production from Rodeo, our project, which is within trucking distance to that Velardeña mill. So that will actually increase the stream, the cash flow stream, and convert us from being a money-losing operation to a profitable company. And that plan is for 2021. As I said, in January, there's a few milestones. Permitting for the mine is still in progress, but we don't expect any issues with that. So we're looking forward to becoming a profitable company in the near future. We have a significant resource base. Our silver resources include just over 80 million silver equivalent ounces in the M&I categories, and that's just gold and silver in the equivalents, not any base metals. And an inferred resource of just under 50 million ounces silver equivalent. It's significant for the size company we are and gives us quite a potential for future production. The combined values of the preliminary economic assessment reports that we have on file is well over 160 million using historic prices. They're using prices that are quite a bit lower than today's prices. The PEAs have been out in 2018 and 2019. And in today's gold price, silver price environment, obviously those values will be quite a bit higher. Given our current market cap around 65 million, you can see that there's a lot of upside for the company. We have a strong project pipeline with exploration properties in Argentina and Mexico and exploration stage property in Nevada in the US. We have significant cash on hand. We just closed a financing recently in July, giving us just about $8 million of cash at present. This map shows the distribution of our properties. As you can see, they're mostly focused in north central Mexico. The one part, the red dot here, is our Torreon office, which is the base of our operations in Mexico, and the Velardeña mill is off to the southeast. Let's talk about the Rodeo Gold Project. This is a recent PEA that we published, the first one for this project in April of this year. It's a near-surface, open-pit mineable deposit. It's within trucking distance of our Velardeña mill. The PEA shows almost a 25 million after-tax free cash flow over a little bit over a 2-year period. We may be able to make it larger, but there's very low startup cost in this, about $1.5 million pre-production capital and working cap. So it's a very easy project to get going. We're very excited about it. You can see that the after-tax NPV, given the short period of time between now and production is almost the same as the cash flow of 22.5, and that's at $1,600 gold and $14 silver. So at today's prices, it's worth quite a bit more, and we'll look at that in the next slide. It's a high-grade deposit, outcropping at surface about 3.3 grams per ton gold, and a bit of a silver credit. The cash cost per gold ounce in production net of byproduct credits is less than $800 per ounce of gold. So at close to $2,000 per ounce gold at present, you can see that there's quite a bit of cash flow coming from this project. This slide shows the sensitivity of the Rodeo project NPV, after-tax NPV 8, relative to changes in metal prices. And you can see that at the base case, which is the 0 point on the horizontal axis here at $1,600 gold, we have the 22 million NPV for the project at an increase to the $2,000 gold price. We move up to about 33 million for this NPV, after-tax NPV. So you can see over the period of time that we've projected the production, about 2 years and a quarter, that's considerable cash flow after tax to the company. It's a very nice operation. After the Rodeo project, we intend to bring in the Velardeña project back into production using the improvement we have in processing to recover the gold, which we were not able to recover successfully previously. The test work that we've done shows that using the biooxidation process, we can increase the gold recovery from the pyrite arsenopyrite concentrates from a very low rate to about 91% gold recovery, 92% silver recovery by putting in this part of the circuit. So we've done initial studies. It looks very good. We'll continue to do further engineering on the biooxidation plant, but we don't expect that to be a very expensive upgrade to the oxide plant. Right now, it's projected to be about between 5 and 6 million US to build that. The PEA highlights that were published here in this spring show a pre-tax NPV 8 value for the Velardeña project over a 10-year life of about 86 million. And that was using the 3-year trailing gold price of $1,300 per ounce gold and the $16 per ounce silver price. If you put that in at current pricing, it's obviously a much more attractive project and more than doubles the NPV. We have significant resources at Velardeña with a measured and indicated resource here in the chart, about 1.3 million tons at over 300 grams per ton silver, just under 5 grams per ton gold. And we have even more in the inferred categories. Plus, the deposit is open at depth, and we intend to do some exploration down the road to show that we can probably continue this much more than the 10 years that the PEA assumes. The cash cost per payable silver ounce net of byproducts is just under $1 per ounce using the pricing here. And when you get into the current gold and silver prices, gold price, pardon me, it's much more profitable, obviously. Let's look at that next slide at the sensitivity to the change in gold and silver prices. So the recent gains in gold and silver price show a potential increase in the projected project pre-tax NPV to almost just under 200 million US. And that's looking at an increase of the gold price to 1986 per ounce. That adds about 50 million to the pre-tax NPV, and the silver price moving up to where it is pretty close to today, around $24 per ounce, adds another 50% or 56 million in pre-tax NPV. So the 50% increase in metals prices that we've seen over the 3-year trailing average, makes this deposit very attractive and one that will be capable of producing good cash flow for the company for years in the future. This slide shows the projected production from the combination of the Rodeo and the Velardeña projects. You can see in blue, we're planning to start the gold production in 2021. And these are payable ounces, so after any kind of a discount in the sale process, So the first year's projected gold production from Rodeo is about 15,000 ounces of gold, and it climbs up a bit. And then you can see that when we get to the Velardeña production, we're in the range of 25,000 ounces per year of gold production. This slide shows the projected net cash flow from the Rodeo and Velardeña projects starting in next year in 2021. And you can see in the upper left, the cash flow after tax from Rodeo is after capital payback is projected to be about 10 million US in 2021. And that's at the $1,600 per ounce gold price. So at current pricing, it would be quite a bit more, about 50% more net income. And that continues for the 2.25 years in the current plan. There's a possibility of getting that to carry on a bit with additional exploration, and we're looking into that as we go. The Velardeña after-tax net cash flow is shown in the lower right, and you can see that is as planned, kicking in just after Rodeo, and starts to become significant income, in 2023, 2024, and this is at the $1,300 per ounce gold trailing price, producing about 15 million a year, so it'll be quite a bit more than that given current pricing, and pretty much double that value in my projections. So they're very attractive projects both, and give us a very interesting projected profitability for the next foreseeable future. This slide shows an aerial view of the Oxide plant. It's currently running, still under the Hecla lease. It's a very good plant and in great shape. And so we'll just be able to switch over from the Hecla lease to the Rodeo production here at the end of the year, start of next year. Turning to Argentina, this is the farm out of our Cavar project. It's a very large property position that we hold in a very prolific part of the world in terms of producing gold deposits, silver deposits. We have our silver deposit that we found and did some, produced a PEA on in 2018. It's now being explored by Barrick. They're looking for a world-class gold deposit with more than 5 million ounces of gold in it. They're excellent terms. Barrick will carry us to the pre-feasibility stage, and in order to vest, they need to find at least a 2 million ounce gold deposit, and then we'd have a 30% interest in that, in addition to a 5% net smelter return royalty on any silver produced. That's to make up for the lost production in the Yachtstay deposit that we found, assuming that Barrick is successful. The likely catalyst for 2020, and we're looking mostly at the Rodeo story. So we expect to have permits in hand this fall, the mining permits, and that will be the green light for us to move forward. And so we'll be putting out a timeline of advancement towards this intended 2021 production as we go. We also just finished a 34-hole infill drilling program just to make sure that we knew exactly where the high-grade gold core to this deposit is. And those results are very good. We put out some recent results on that program and expect it to confirm our resource projections from before. At Velardeña, we're advancing the engineering studies relative to the biooxidation process for possible startup, as I said, in 2022, 2023. We also have a very interesting district scale play in the Chihuahua state of Mexico at Yoquivo, on the east side of the Sierra Madre, and we'll be able to drill that late this year. I think we'll start in the current quarter and have results here by the end of the year. Here I've gone the wrong way, sorry. A bit on our capital structure. We currently have just under 150 million shares outstanding. We have some warrant shares in the money for the most part, so that's interesting. But as I said, we're considerably undervalued relative to the value of our projects, and we think that there's a great proposition for increased value as we go into production at Rodeo. Thank you very much.